Right, so welcome to another lesson on earth science, and this is the second lesson. And here I'm going to talk about the sun as the main source of light on earth. The sun as the main source of light on earth. So before you go on, I want to tell you something that we should avoid looking at the sun directly. Avoid looking at the sun directly because it shines so bright that it could affect your sight if you should keep on looking at it directly. Now as you look up, you see a very big bright object in the sky. This big bright object is called the sun, and the light from the sun is called sunlight. Okay, the sun shines so bright and it makes us see things clearly during the day. It is the major source of light on earth. The sun is also called solar energy. The sun is the brightest object in the sky and it's also the biggest object in the day sky. Now let's look at some importance of the sunlight. What do we use the sunlight for? It helps us to see clearly in the day. It also helps us to see everywhere on earth, and it also prevents darkness. It gives us vitamin D, which helps us to grow. We also use the sunlight to dry our clothes after we finish washing. Plants also use this to make their own food. Now there are other sources of light besides the sunlight. Okay, at home or at school, you use different light. You use either you use electric bulb or a lamp or a lantern. They are all sources of light, or even candles. They are all sources of light. Besides the bulb, besides the sun, the moon is also a source of light. So during the night, you see that the moon comes out and shines, and you can see through the darkness of the night. Okay, so among all these sources of light, the sun is the biggest, and it provides light to everybody in the world. So what are some of the other sources that you know beside the one I have mentioned and the one in the images? What are the other sources of light you know? Alright, so this is the end of the second lesson. The third and fourth lesson are going to come pretty shortly, so stay tuned.